hitting Klay Thompson. Steph Curry come back and being the backup point guard, combo guard that he is, because he's not a fucking point guard. He a combo guard, and hitting the wide open Draymond as he cuts, hitting Iguodala for the. They were a machine. The first year, KD fit right into that machine. Now he wants to be the Draymond, and that's what's throwing them off, and that's what's going to be the end of them. But another thing that's ending, a lot of coaches are starting to coach basketball again. It's not you just stand here and kick ass. You need to put yourself in a situation where everybody's being involved, and then bam, you will beat the Golden State Warriors. That's why the Houston Rockets, they got, last year they had Ariza and all those guys involved. This year you got Austin Rivers, you got Mr. Hamstring, you got goddamn Kenneth Faried, you got Amon Shumpert, Chicagoland product. We dominate the NBA. That's why we get down. And you getting teams to play like teams. That's why Milwaukee's winning. That's why Toronto was winning. That's why San Antonio's winning. That's why Denver's winning. Because everybody cannot do it. Now, the Wizards need to stop blaming John Wall and shine the light on Scott Brooks. Great joint on Nate McMillan, coach of the year of the Pacers, and balling out of control. Minus their all-star Victor Oladipo is missing most of the season. I do blame John Wall for some of the Wizards' ills simply because he came back and thought people were taking shots at him. And if they were taking shots at you, why don't you get your ass on the court and just play the way they were playing and then shine what's necessary? This is the greatness of Michael Jordan. Not the fucking points that he scored. Not the dunks and all this. The greatness of Michael Jordan is to come back and fit right in with Scottie Pippen and Ron Harper and Tony Kukoc. And everybody, Tony Kukoc, 6th man of the year, Dennis Rodman kicking that. This is the greatness of Michael Jordan. This is the greatness in a lot of cases of LeBron James. LeBron James is a system, I'm not going to say. This is the greatness that Kobe Bryant grew into. I'm going to let others shine. This is why Tim Duncan was great. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. I don't have to shine until I need to shine. These kids don't know that. These kids don't know that. Boonhauser and Nurse are not on the level of Doc Rivers. The Pacers and the Clippers don't have superstars like Toronto and Milwaukee. But they are getting these people to play as a unit. Giannis has stepped up and led this team. And, hey, you can't say Boonhauser can't coach because he had them sorry-ass Atlanta Hawks at the number 1 seed. If the great LeBron James don't come through and slap the hell out of these dudes, he probably would have went to the finals. That's just the facts. And I'm just saying, when I mentioned them, I'm not saying that they're on the level of a Doc Rivers and a Nate McMillan. What I am saying is this, Jungle, that they are coaching the talent, not making the talent fit into their programs. Scott Brooks and Luke Walton should have been fired in January. That's kind of tough. They need to fire the fucking general manager in Washington because he put together that numbskull ass squad. Am I saying Scott Brooks should have been fired? I really don't know because the way that team is constructed like fucking morons put it together. Are the Wizards winning now? Scott Brooks couldn't get anything done. OKC, and now with the Wizards, they didn't sign. Wall didn't sign Dwight Howard. Hey man, you also are looking at a team that had a ton of injuries, and again, I'm not absolving Scott Brooks from his responsibility in this. I'm talking about last year when the Wizards were on a roll and John Wall got in his damn feelings because people said everybody's eating. He ate Michael Jordan. If he was a all-star level player, I'm not even going to say Michael Jordan. If he was Dwayne Wade, if he was Paul Pierce whack ass, if he was Ron Harper, if he was Mitch Richmond, if he was a true basketball player, he would have fit in instead of falling out, getting in his feelings. They don't have enough talent if everybody's healthy and goddamn Pat Riley on that team to win an NBA title. So I'm not expecting Scott Brooks to coach them into that. But what I am saying is this. When you are a basketball player, you understand how to fit in instead of being a fuck up. That's what I'm saying. He come back beefing and let ESPN put the jumper cables on his back and anger him. And now you beefing with Bradley Beal and all this and all that. Bruh, stop it. Get it in, bruh. Budenholzer had talent in Atlanta. Please. Dude, they had a bunch of retards down there in Atlanta. Come on, Jungle Man. Who's the man down there? Dennis Schroeder or the kid, the point guard up in Minnesota. Come on, man. Those dudes were a bunch of guys. Soon as the talent what did Budenholzer do? Nothing. The Clips lost their talent. But again, you're assuming that I'm saying he's equal to or better than Doc. I'm talking about him going into Milwaukee, implementing a system, allowing his players to fit into that system, coaching the players, not just making them fit into the system. If he wasn't a good coach, he would have been preaching that same monkey ball shit. Giannis needs to get a jump shot. No, he's letting him play his game, and he's putting those players in place so they can shine along with Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's what I'm saying. John Wall bowed when he came back. Him and his feelings off the court with Bill, the issue was ESPN generated. But you know what? He had an issue with the guy with Gobat garbage ass. Why? Because all they said was we kicking ass. They never said without him or whatever. If it's an ESPN generated situation, then he bought into it. I'm not absolving him of that punk ass shit, man. If you the leader of the team and you hurt and we kicking ass without you, you should be fit. You should hit the court like shit. We are. But okay, that means if okay. Let me address this one at a time. Where did I leave off at? If it's an ESPN generated situation, then you shouldn't have even addressed it, John Wall. If you assuming that they generated that shit, why do you have a problem with any of your teammates? Why would you feed into it? If you can see it's an ESPN generated situation, then bam, go head on. Whatever y'all got to say, you shouldn't have had a problem with any of your teammates. But he on Twitter, he talking shit on ESPN. He a pussy for that. I'm just gonna say it. He a pussy for getting mad at them for that, man. And if at one point this is played and John Wall never want to be on my show, so fucking what? But at the end of the day, he allowed people to get in his head and he sound like a crank. Now, to say Budenholzer is 0-8 against LeBron, that means Pat Riley ain't a good coach because Michael Jordan kicked his ass on a regular basis. That means everybody that Jordan took down, everybody that Bird, Magic, Dr. J took down, they not coaching. This is what I always say. I can't hold that type of thing. Or when you have a losing record against LeBron. That's just like saying when people say XYZ player is great, he not as good as Jordan. Who is? LeBron James kicks everybody's ass to the tune of people used to say the East ain't shit. But no, it was LeBron James' greatness shining. By the way, before the show started, a report came out. We've seen the last of LeBron James this season. The Lakers are shutting him down. They won the first 3 games and then quickly came back to earth and were saying we need to get back as soon as we need him to get back as soon as possible. Hey man, tell you what. Let's see what happened with John Wall. Okay, if it's Scott Brooks' fault, what the fuck did Scott Brooks do to make that dude go 0 for 1,000 Game 7 against the Celtics? Was that Scott Brooks? No, it wasn't. If you're a great coach, you'll squeeze out one game. That means Eric Spoelstra's not a good coach. That means when the Lakers got swept against the Pistons, Pat Riley wasn't a good coach. It's a series. We cannot single out one situation and say you're supposed to. Oh, man, he didn't have the prerequisite talent to beat the Miami Heat. Let's not forget, most of those losses came against LeBron James when he was with the Miami Heat. You want the Atlanta Hawks with the kid who's kicking ass up there in Denver. I can't think of his name right now. Undersized power forward, Dennis Schroeder, and the point guard. I can't think of his name. His brother was drafted by the Bulls. Can't think of his name. You want those dudes to go up against the Miami Heat with LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade and have a shot? Hell no, they ain't got a shot. They ain't got a snowball's chance in fish grease of beating them. One game or no game. They lost exactly the way they should have been losing. The Heat supposed to go in Atlanta and beat the hell out of them. And beat the hell out of them. When Michael Jordan faced Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland, the Bulls smoked their asses. Smoked him. So, hey man, it's a series. Am I saying Coach Budenhauser should be in the Hall of Fame? No, I'm not. No, I'm not even coming close to saying it. But what I am saying is he's a very good coach. Is he Pat Riley? Nope. But you know what? I would damn sure like to see his ass 90 minutes to the south, 2 blocks away from my crib. That's what I would love to see. Is Oakley, Levitt, Hoyne, Damon, 4 blocks from my crib, coaching at the fucking United Center. So, hey man, I've seen worse things happen. I've seen a Heat team that couldn't keep up with the Knicks. I've seen the Knicks team that couldn't keep up with this team. It's just a matter of, hey, with that little bit of talent he had, he got them to the best record in the league. And then losing to LeBron James, I don't see no shame in that. Speaking of shame, the Boston Celtics have shame. Boston as a city has shamed itself again. One of these fans calling players niggas. First and foremost, it has come time for us to stop using that word publicly. I'm not giving not a damn person a pass. You say it around me, I'm going to beat your ass. How about that? I don't care if you grew up around. I don't give a damn if you was like the jerk and grew up in a whole black family and think you black. If you walk past the mirror, you better straighten that shit out. And for anybody who talking about, oh man, it's cool, you out your damn mind. Don't use that word around me. And for the people who say, well, you use it, why can't I use it? The reason you can't use it, the same reason I can call my brother a damn fool. And if you call him a damn fool, me and my brother gonna kick your ass. Point blank, period. For all these stars that go on TV and get stuck with that question, that's the answer. If you use that word in my presence, you need your ass kicked. Shout out to Boogie Cousin for not overreacting and spazzing out like he never heard that word before. But I do have to diss him for one thing. The one thing I'm gonna diss Boogie for is this: why didn't you want the city to come out? Is getting paid that important, man? Do you really want to play in a town where people standing up in the stands as you after you being the away player yelling out nigga? What's wrong with you, man? See, we get so immersed in chasing the paper that we willing to sell our souls to the devil for that same money, man. Look, I don't want to play in a stadium, a state, or anywhere else where the fans are brazen enough to yell out nigga. And that's just it. Christy Cakes Net. Help me out, Jay Twice. I'm not familiar with that. Please let me know what that is. If that's something you want to promote, 773-803-9824 is the number you can call. Let people know what it is. I'm going to upload this to iTunes so they can hear it too. If that's something you promoted, please run that. I'm all about supporting people from the culture. With that being said, man, this is the end of my show. I've run out of material. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining the fun, cussing me out, calling in, and having a good time with me. And that starts with one of the very first people who hit my show. And that would be, let me go down to the bottom of the list. I forgot to write these people down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really enjoyed it. I got into it too fast. But I don't want to leave anybody out. Let me see who was there first. Got to give you a credit for the first person to hit the room. And that was my main man, Mo Cheese. Thank you, Mo Cheese, for being in the building.